On this 2013 GMC TERRAIN 2.4 liter Ecotech starter issue. So that what you just heard there is a starter, a bad starter. This newer vehicle have a reduction style starter, a reduction gear, and that's what they kind of sound like when they go bad. So if you didn't know, now you know. Let's fix that thing. The starter's in front by the radiator. You have a 50mm bolt here, and then you have one more up here. You gotta disconnect this wire, starter wire, and then you have to disconnect this red wire up here, right there on the starter solenoid. Remember to disconnect your battery first. Batteries here, 10mm screw here. Take out that one 10mm screw. Push this back like that, lift it out, rest it on the valve cover. Now you have your ground cable and your positive here. It's another 10mm screw on here. Disconnect your ground. And then you go ahead and remove the starter. Alright, so the battery cable wire on the top there is a 13mm. Disconnect that. The lower starter bolt, it's 15mm. The upper starter bolt is also a 15mm socket. Apparently there are two red cable heavy wires that comes off the starter. Okay. Reconnect your ground. Check, make sure it's nice and tight. Cap back on. Slide the computer. This is your computer. Slide that back over. Then reattach your 10mm screw. Next, go ahead and fire it up. Okay, so that's how you fix that starter issue. Next, what I'm going to do is open up the starter and let's see exactly what's wrong with the starter. Okay, so this is a new style of starter. The old style starter was much bigger and it has a direct drive, which means that this armature shaft goes all the way out to the front here. Now we don't have that anymore. Look at all the gears falling out. These gears go there. Boy. There. Turn it. Put another one in there. So this usually is the biggest problem on these starter. Apparently I have two problems on these starter. That and this now too, the gear in the front, the Bendix. So normally this is metal. These little three gears are metal. This is like a transmission. This is a reduction gear that helps the starter motor to spin faster with less amperage, with less it gives out more torque because of this reduction gear right here. And this reminds me of your transmission. You have a planetary system in your transmission that changes different gears: first, second, third, fourth, fifth gear, sixth gear. So these are the gears that usually help to do that. So in this starter here is not a 1-to-1 anymore. It's a lower speed here and a higher speed on the motor. So what that does, it takes off a lot of pressure off the motor itself. And now you don't have problem here with the motor. You have problem here. Because these little gears right here, the planetary, these are called a planetary. And this little gear on the outside here would be, it's like a solar system. That would be your sun gears, what they call that. So the planetary is going around the sun, pretty much. I think that's where they came up with that from. So normally this here is made out of metal. And that right there, the sun gear, is made out of a hard plastic or composite, if you may. That usually, all the teeth usually breaks off of it over time. It's either you get a lot of use and it'll break off, or years go by and then it starts to break off, it deteriorate, fall apart. So number one problem usually is here. But now I notice there is a second problem on the starter. The Bendix. That's what failed here. This part is what failed right here. You're not supposed to do that. I should not be able to turn this. And it's not supposed to come in and out that easily. So this is what failed on the starter. So if you hear that kind of sound on your vehicle, your GMC TERRAIN, then you know it's a starter. So you go ahead and fix that starter. See that? 3 gears, metal, and 1 hard plastic right here. You can see the plastic right here. This is all plastic. It's a hard plastic. So that will wear out for sure. Just a matter of time. So while they fix a problem with your battery on the starter, with the newer starter, fixes a problem on your battery, strain on your battery to fix that problem. But they did not fix a problem with the starter. You fix one thing, but now you have 2 other problems here to worry about on the starter. 1, 2, front and back. So starter's a new design. All it does is save your battery a little bit, but the starter will go bad. Just a matter of time. It's guaranteed to go bad. Here's your amateur here. It's connected to some brushes in the back. I'm not going to take it apart. I'm just going to leave that in there. But this comes right out of that hole. Look how tiny this starter is. It's tiny. And all because of this sun gear system that they designed here, you're able to have such a small starter. Yep. So if you didn't know, now you know. Thanks for watching. Until the next video again. We'll keep doing this every time I work on something. If there's something interesting, I'll show you so you can learn. And I'm learning too, because these are newer cars, newer problems. We're all here to learn. So until next time, you guys have a great day. Until the next video.